Hello, this is Dissonant, and we're going to continue on to the second last mission. Overall, I'd like to say that the Cranioids campaign and the Marines campaigns are by far the two easiest, especially the Cranioids one. And the reason I say this is because only the Cranioids have the ability to mass motherships. None of the other factions have a unit anything comparable to it. Just this late game unit that makes your army pretty much indestructible. It's pretty crazy. On the other hand, the Marines campaign overall is pretty easy too, because the one difference is they don't have the mothership. But on the other hand, they have a similar mining system. And I think Cranioids and Marines are very easy versus the CPU, because the CPU doesn't harass your harvesters very much. And so you're basically able to just pump out a bunch of harvesters early on, and then you have like this near infinite eco. Like in a lot of these, besides the ones where we had limited production, we were basically able to just pump out units and just rely on the fact that we'd be faster and we'd be able to have more units than the opponents. On the other hand, with Lightbringers, Deathsworn, Renegades, and Guardians, they can't, their ecosystems are slightly different, so they require a lot more management for their economy. Definitely Guardians and Renegades more so. And then there's also a mission that's sort of broken with the Renegades now. It used to be easy, but now, because of a balance change, it's almost impossible to play. And then there's a mission at the end of the Lightbringers campaign, I think, called Ragnarok, which is really messed up too, from what I hear. I know even Recon struggles with that, and Recon is either the best or the second best player that has ever played 8-bit in PvP, and he struggles with that. So we'll cross those bridges when we get to those, but for here we're going to continue crushing, killing, and destroying. Sorry for the long speech before the game actually started, but so our bronze requirement is relatively simple. We're going to have to kill 3 Titan bays, and in the process we're probably going to have to kill multiple Titans. That shouldn't be a problem though. Once again, we're just going to go with the idea of overwhelming the opponent. On the other hand, the Titan does have really strong anti-air in a giant AoE. So that, and with the hard difficulty, that might actually give us a tiny bit of trouble. But besides that, we shouldn't really encounter any trouble. On the other hand, the silver and gold bonuses, the hardest thing about them is going to make sure that we don't have other units steal the kills. Spawning the Xenodog should be pretty easy, especially since there's no time limit. Worst case scenario, we just delay the end of the game. Unlike what I did with the last game. But with the gold one, we do have a requirement of the first 20 minutes. Hopefully this game shouldn't even last 20 minutes. But we're going to have to make sure that happens, and we're going to have to... The thing is, the Xenodog spawning thing I feel like is easier to get than the anti-air attack, but I feel like we're going to have so many units trying to steal the anti-air, but yeah. We're definitely going to have to build a destroyer pit early on. This will allow us to start creating the destroyer. It'll spawn in 3 minutes. And on top of that, it'll also allow us to build motherships, which we need, of course. Okay, so the cool thing is it seems that all the Titan bays are owned by a single player, single AI, so we'll only have to deal with 1 Titan at a time as opposed to, let's say, 3. If that Titan comes directly at us straight towards our base early on, we're going to be in a little bit of trouble, maybe just a bit, but we should overall be fine. Actually, for that purpose, we might want to bring a little more tripods for their single target damage. Oh, what is this? Oops. Well, it seems that I've made a mistake here. Oh, hey, it survived. Cool.
When you're ready. On the move.
But we want to clear out this back area, definitely.
Departing. I'm moving out.
Oh, we lost a mothership. Ouch. Yeah, because we only have 3 right now. We're not focus firing either. That's a mistake. Okay, our losses were sort of bad, but... And they could have been worse. They could have been worse, he says. Okay, that was still pretty bad. That was definitely pretty bad, but... I mean, we could have traded more efficiently with the Xenodogs in that mix, perhaps. Actually, we're gonna do that. I'm gonna bring them over here. And this is perhaps when we should scout around, make sure there aren't more things. Okay, there isn't anything over there at least.
When you're ready. On the way.
Launch bay complete.
On the move. Greeting.
It's amazing how we've only lost 1 Xenodog in that. That's pretty crazy.
On the way. Welcome.
Just gonna try to hold this front for now. Hope we don't see any attacks on the other fronts, which is pretty rare for AI, so you don't normally see the AI attack on the other fronts. And we're gonna hope that holds true for this game too. If it doesn't, we might find ourselves in a tiny bit of trouble, but otherwise we should be fine. Okay, we're gonna retreat, try to allow our destroyer to spawn in 12 seconds, and then...
Constructing.
There he is!
Harvester under attack.
Oh, what is that? Okay, yeah, that's annoying.
Motivator complete.
Well, we already have 2 air units destroyed. A lot of Xenodogs already spawned too. Well, it looks like we might not have too much trouble stacking that. Wow, basically one-shotting those. 6 out of 15 already, not bad. Eight out of 15, okay.
Ready.
I mean, this is a really short map too, so once we get going, we shouldn't be in too much trouble. But that also is exactly why we need to...
Armory complete.
Well, 14 out of 15, and this brings us to 15 out of 15. Nice.
When you're ready.
Alright.
Depart.
So now we just need to get the other thing, which is the spawn Xenodogs. Which could be a little harder, but it should be rather simple still. Oh, can't let this guy die. 17 out of 20 in Xenodogs now. And so yeah, basically I feel like the hardest thing about this mission is not winning too fast. Because I don't think that the Titan, we will have to fight it soon, but it shouldn't give us too much trouble. Can we attack this group, spawn some Xenodogs? There, that's our missions. So now I guess we're ready to continue on.
Constructing.
We'll have to figure out where the Titan is too. I think I kind of want to avoid the thing. Oh, there it is. Well, no avoiding it now. Focus it down real quick. And yeah, no real issue.
Launch bin complete.
So yeah, basically we can just win this at our own leisure now. And this is what I mean by this is probably one of the easiest campaigns because you can just pump out a bunch of harvesters. You don't have to be worried about them getting attacked.
I am here.
And then after that you just spam motherships. Or at least early on you have to spam other things. Like we did run into a bit of trouble that one time when I over-spammed stink bugs and I started running out of money actually because our spawn position didn't give us that many available resources. But the funny thing is as the campaign goes on as the campaign progresses, you get better spawn locations actually for a Cranioids player. For a Cranioids player, the ideal spawn location is one of these wide open areas. This might be the best map ever for solo Cranioid versus AIs. Because yeah, versus real players in a high tier setting, this isn't gonna cut it. But versus AIs, yeah, you can get away with it. And was that not? Oh, okay. Here it is. It's just barely alive. That should be it. And so yeah, it just only gets. It should only get easier. Basically, we have one more mission, and basically, I fully expect we can do the same thing.